Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? And welcome back to my Let's Play of Dark Souls. We are on part 23 now, guys. In this episode we're going to be taking on and hopefully defeating Artorias of the Abyss. So, he's the second boss of the DLC. So before we get started, let's just boot up my screen here so I can see what's going on. Okay, so let's put the bonfire here. You want a good stability shield when fighting him. I've got 51 stability with this. If you're worried about your endurance, you can equip the Grass Crest shield, or if you really want the stability, you can use the Black Iron Great Shield, which has 71 stability. So he won't damage you as much if you use a stability shield, but the only problem is I am fat rolling, so if I switch to a lighter shield, which I originally had, the Grass Crest shield, I can roll around a bit. It's pretty much the same, I would say, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm just gonna have the original shield because I'm gonna be tanking a lot of his hits anyway. So we'll just see how we go. I'm using a different weapon, as you can see. I'm giving my great sword a miss for the time being, so we're just going to skip all the enemies here. Oh, what an ass. He did a little bit of damage. That's fine. And then what you want to do is just go to the dilapidated building. And you want to take the shortcut down. It's here. Send the shortcut back to the top just in case you die to the boss. Cross over the bridge here. And before you go through the door here, make sure you have everything selected. You can also use a buff on your weapon if you wish to do so. Either a lightning buff or a fire buff. Okay, so I have a few pyromancies on me, but I'm not really going to be using them. It's just going to be a straight melee boss battle. So before you enter, put some charcoal pine resin on. Two-hand your weapon and go through the white light. Two-hand your weapon and just go to town on Artorias. 540 damage, that's pretty damn good. Do not let him buff if you can help it. Because if he gets the chance to buff like this, he will do double damage. If he does get the chance to buff, then you can just wait until the buff wears off. Not a good time to heal then. See, he's punishing me for healing. Okay, so his buff has worn off now, as you can see. But I need to heal now, so it's trying to get away from him to get a heal off. Now. Two-hand your weapon and just brute force him. Smack the living snot out of him. Yeah, he's going to buff his weapon again. Buff himself again. But that's fine. I've already got him just over half health, so... You got lucky there, Artorias. Ow, that actually hurt. A lot of his moves are very, very telegraphed, as you can tell. You know, the wind up. That attack there he just did, where he throws dark magic behind him, that doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can stun you. It's already over, Artorias. You are going to die. I'm sorry, but it's gonna happen. Rest in peace, Artorias. You fought valiantly. Now you have earned your rest. So, after you've killed Artorias, you might want to use the bonfire. So, there is a bonfire just over here. So, like I said, with a lot of his attacks, if you know the wind up of the attacks, you know exactly what attack he's going to do. A lot of them can be dodged, as you saw. The power up move he did, where he buffs himself, you can actually snap him out of the animation where he does that, but you have to deal enough damage to stagger him. If you don't deal enough to stagger him, he will get the buff off, and as you saw, there was a shockwave and it basically failed. But if you deal enough damage to him during that animation, you can stagger him and the animation will then fail, which means he has not successfully buffed himself. So after you rest at the bonfire, you should be looking for an NPC here. Unless she appears later, but there is definitely an NPC that appears here sometime. Out here just leads back to the bridge we chose to get over here. I guess the NPC isn't here yet. She might spawn later. But I might as well just tell you a little bit about the NPC I'm referring to. The NPC I'm referring to is Lordran Kieran. She is after Artorias' soul, which we have because we've just defeated Artorias. If you give her Artorias' soul, you get some weapons. But you should only do this if you have used Artorias' soul to make the boss weapons you can make with his soul. If you've made the boss weapons with his soul, then yeah, go ahead and give it to Lordran Kieran. But you can actually keep Artorias' soul and you can actually get the weapons, but to get the weapons you will have to deny her his soul, and basically you will have to kill her. Once you have killed her, she will drop the weapons, which is the gold tracer. I think it's the gold tracer. And there's another weapon that she does drop, but yeah, it's definitely the gold tracer. And another weapon up the stairs to the left here. Up all these stairs, you'll come to a gigantic tower up here. Up here is an NPC, a friendly NPC, who will come in very, very handy later on. But I think the door is locked, so we're going to have to get the key to get up there before we can meet the NPC. I don't think we can survive the fall here. I'm not going to try it either, so don't come this way, come back the other way that we came up. And go across here, and there is an item on a corpse. And it's the soul of a hero. But yeah, we will come back here later when we have the key. So for now, just ignore this area. Okay, so go through this white fog gate. Purple Coward's Crystal. Battle of Stoicism Gazebo. This area is only available online, and by the looks of it, it's where you can duel 1v1 with people, or you can do team duels, 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3. Deathmatch have 4 or 6 participants, so it's just like a little multiplayer aspect of the game, I guess. But as for me, I don't do PvP, so it would be no use to me. Win streak resets to 0 if player leave the gazebo. There are 3 types of Battle of Stoicism matches: duel, team and deathmatch. Sit at a blue bonfire to set number of combatants and search for a match. The battle is timed. At the end, the winner dons a great crown. The warrior with the most kills receives a great crown. With equal kills, all warriors receive tiny crowns, which is a draw. Oh. Earn consecutive wins to be etched in the Plaque of Legends. View Plaque of Legends. Only available online, okay. team is ruins. So these are the different bonfires you can interact with. So if you wanted to duel in the ruins, you would select this bonfire, and so on. Right, so now I would switch back to my greatsword. For this next area, or something else. Giant halberd, maybe. Let's try this giant halberd out. Right, kill these enemies here. Oh, it's a lightning halberd as well. It's got lightning etched onto it. Right, run onto the roof of this house, take the item. Aggro these guys up here where there's more room. Looks like we can't go down here yet. Large titanite shard, thank you. Okay, there's a mage here. I'm going to kill him first. He's the more dangerous one, so you can die. And so can your friend here. Head to the left, kill the enemy here, so he can't surprise attack you. Another soul of a brave warrior here. One hiding here. Bye bye. Have a safe trip. Right, what you want to do here is you want to roll, or yeah, you're better off rolling here onto this platform around the corner. Let there be light. So what you need to do here is you need to, if you have cast light, which you should do, you will need to use a catalyst. And then a hidden passageway should open. There is a chest inside. Inside this chest is a very, very, very valuable item. It is the silver pendant. The silver pendant will come in very handy when you go into boss battles with Manus, which is one of the bosses in this DLC. One of the ancient treasures of Anolondo, presented to Artorias for facing the Abyss, effectively deflects the dark of the Abyss, especially in its magic forms. So, having this equipped, and I'll just show you actually, because sometimes it's better to show you what it actually will do. If you have it equipped and you press square, you'll get what appears to be a shockwave or a force field around you. Now, any dark magic that comes into contact with that will be deflected. So, this guy here has dark magic, so I'll just show you. If he casts it again, there you go, deflects. Deflects. One more time, my friend, please. One more time for our viewers. Thank you. That's fine, you're going to die anyway. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been an absolutely fantastic volunteer for that little display. So that's what the actual pendant does. It's all about the timing, however. You have got to get the timing down. If you cast it too soon, you're still going to get hit. If you cast it too late, you have to get the timing down. It's very, very important. So practice with these enemies here, these mages. And then, we've got the sorry carving off him. I'll show you what those do in a minute. And then when the real thing happens, you will be prepared. Oh! So as you can see, dark magic does quite a lot of damage, so yeah. We get the Ulysseal Catalyst. So down here, all chests are open but one. Always be aware, hit it, it might be a mimic. And we get Dark Orb down here, guys. So that's a new magic spell for us. Exclusive only to the DLC. You can't get it in the main game, only in the DLC. Right, so the carving we just picked up is just, it's not really got a use, it's just a daft comical little item. So I'll just basically show you what it does. Equip it. Throw it and it says I'm sorry. It's just a bit of a comedy item, I think, that. Or you can use it if you're going against players online, or you can use it if you're playing against friends. So every item has an action and has some sort of meaning behind it in this game. So now I can't go anywhere. I can't go back to the bonfire, and I could really do with going back to the bonfire because I only have 3 Estus flasks, so yeah. Really, we need to get down here, so if I have any homeward bones, I'll use them. Okay, so we've got a few homeward bones. Okay, so this is the NPC I was talking about before. This is Kieran, the Lord's Blade Kieran. Oh, look at the armor set on that. That is a nice armor set. So when you talk to her, basically she says she wants to pay respect to Artorias. Are you willing to part with his soul? So, like I said before, if you give her his soul, she will give you her weapons. Now, if you want to hang on to his soul and make boss weapons out of it, you should decline her offer. Okay. I don't kindly like your tone, so I'm gonna kill you for this. So if you initiate battle with her, come on, hit her. She will battle you now. Okay. You do puny damage with your weapons. They might be fast, but they are not powerful enough. Ooh, poison. Trying to poison me, are we? Oh, trying to bleed me as well. I'm sorry, Kieran, but you are not having the soul of Artorias. I need it, so I can create weapons. Maybe in New Game Plus, I might be kinder and give you his soul. But in this playthrough, no. You really think that's going to stop me? You really think throwing an area of effect weapon that stops me healing is going to stop me? The outcome is going to be the same. You are going to die. It's just the way it is. How? It's easy. I killed you. That's how. And thank you for your gold tracer, your dark silver tracer, and your armor set. So I'll just change into the new armor set now and show you guys. there you go. Pretty nifty armour. What do you think? I actually do pretty much like the armour. It's quite snazzy looking. It just doesn't go too well with the halberd, however. So maybe a great sword. Or a different weapon. That looks much better. Okay, so I'm going to end this episode here, guys, and in the next episode we're going to be doing a little bit more exploring and making preparations for the DLC's third boss, which will either be Manus, Father of the Abyss, or it will be Black Dragon Calamite. I am not too sure yet who I'm going to take down first, but it doesn't really matter who you take on, because if you take on Calamite first, you still got to take on Manus, Father of the Abyss. If you take on Manus first, you still got to take down Calamite. I would say Calamite is a little bit more involving. He's a bit more of a trickier boss, so I'll probably take on Manus. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the Let's Play, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, be safe. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.